What up, you guys? Empress of Duality and the kitty here. I'm just trying to make sure I did the stream right. Oh, I think I did. Okay, cool. So, Danny and I usually go live at, Lord, Danny and I usually go live on Fridays for live mini readings. But Danny wanted to take a night off, and I just wanted to get up here and connect with you guys for a little bit. Kind of talk about the energy update. Hi, babe, in the other room. And I'm gonna get my energy together in a minute, and I'll tell y'all why. My energy is a little weird, but tonight is a new moon in Libra. So I think it's a good time to kind of see what the energy is bringing, see the energy shifts, pull some cards, see what's up. But Spirit gave me a pretty good idea on how the energy is, on how what it feels like, and I can't wait to share with you guys. Hello, what up, everybody? Hi, Michelle. What's up, David? Hi, Selma. What's up? Love. Ooh, Sandra and Alan in the house. What up? That's my support team right there. Lord have mercy. So, with that being said, what up, you guys? What up, Spirit? Let's fuck it up. Let's look at these energies. And first and foremost, I'm going to clear a little bit, disinviting and denouncing any lower vibrational energy or entities or any energy that does not serve me and my tribe in this space, commanding all energies to step aside and allow our higher selves to guide us. Commanding the ego to step aside, to take a step to the right and allow our higher selves to guide. What up, Ramblin' Mike in the house? Oh, we had such a good talk with you last night, Mike. We pretty much had dinner with Mike last night, so that was nice. Hi, Gina. What's up, love? How's everybody doing? How's the energy felt this past week? Let's start there. I would love to hear what you guys have to say, and then I'll tell y'all my story. But so getting up here, so like I'm so used to getting on live with Danny that like being live by myself was kind of out of my comfort zone. We created this comfort between each other and being able to flow and bounce off of each other. So like getting up here by myself, my ego was like, I don't know, girl. I don't know if you can do it. What you gonna talk about? Like, my ego was just like, what you gonna talk about, bro? You don't have any ideas. What are you gonna talk about? What if nobody shows up? Then you're just talking by yourself. Nobody wants to see you. And I was like, ego, I'm gonna need for you. I'm gonna need for you to calm the fuck down. For real. But, luckily, I got Sandra and Alan on my side. They hyped me up a little bit without even trying. I feel like they just know. They feel me so deeply. Purging fears, more trust, more surrender. Yes. Yes, please like the video, you guys. And like, as I'm going to get up here, like my energy's been beautiful all day. And thank God, because like this last week, the energy has just been intense for Danny and I. And the best way I can describe it, you guys, is just like the ego like hovering in the darkness. The ego not wanting to be discovered, but there, very trying to be dominant behind the scenes is how it feels. Like the ego sits there and calculates and puts thoughts in your head and triggers emotions and like tries to get in your head, and like with the energy or the intensity of energy, I also feel like the collective, man, just as a collective, our energy is, the best way I can describe it is like a fucking panic, man, like panic mode. And like collectively and also individually, it's just like the ego within us and the ego of the collective, right, is in this panic mode because there's a shift taking place. There's a jump taking place. Things are changing. Things are dying. Things are being deconstructed so that the foundation we prefer can be created, right? And like it's so subtle, the ego, which I find interesting. I would love to know deeper about astrology so I can really like pinpoint some of it. But just to put it in Brooke's terms, like, shit, I forgot what I was about to say. My ego just came back in again. Hello, pretty kitty. See, she came in here because I was scared to be by myself. So she said, Mom, you don't have to be by yourself. So, collectively and individually, like the ego's in this panic mode, you guys, because parts of ourself that do not belong, that were created from a wound, that are a distortion, like they're falling away, right? I want to see what some of y'all are saying. And for whatever reason, when the ego starts to die, it panics. But going back to what I was saying, it's just like the ego, it knows that it's dying. It knows that it's losing its power. The demonic energies, sulfuric energies, the evil energies and entities that just, they know that they're losing power. So the way I see it, and like I said, I wish I had astrology terms, but I got to give it to you in Brooke's way. The way that I see it is just like the ego hiding in plain sight. It's there. It's dropping thoughts in your head. It's creating perceptions of distortions, right? And unless we check our energy and really do things that remind us who we are, like using our spiritual toolbox, the empath's toolbox, people that we're close to reflect our energy back to us. Without that, the ego creeps in. You start to believe the distortion. You're seeing your life from a filter instead of from like presence and truth. And like how I see this energy is the ego, like it wants to hide. It doesn't want to be called out. It doesn't want to be called out for its shit, right? It's trying to just like be in the dark and still try to have power, right? So that's why like checking the ego with this energy really helpful. Because last week, man, just the intensity and the amplification of the energy that I was feeling, like I was afloat, but my energy just felt off. You know what I mean? Like it just felt like something was off. And then I got in session with Sandra and Alan, and it's like, boom, full presence again. And I wouldn't say I was in the distortion, but I was leaning into the distortion. I was leaning into the ego's illusions. I was leaning into fear. I was leaning into victim mentality, right? I was leaning into trying to maintain control because I couldn't understand what was going on. When, like, in reality, you know, being with Sandra and Alan, it was just like I was almost like half asleep and then boom, woke back up. And like the thing with this energy, I don't know if it's the scorpionic influence of the energy. I know that Mercury is in Scorpio, and that's where like the hidden aspect is coming from, but it's like the ego hiding in plain sight because it doesn't want to be seen, because if it's seen, then it's going to be called out and it's going to be transmuted for its bullshit, right? But yes, let me see what some of y'all are saying. Transforming, that's good. Good. Love how I kind of matched the background. Thanks. Thanks, Michelle. And you know, I had some conversations with one of my sisters today. It was a really beautiful conversation. But before I go into that, like, we all have our distortions, you guys. And we all have our beautiful mirrors. And it's so easy to especially when you're an empath, which I'm sure all of you are, it's so easy to think that the energy is outside of you because that's how you're seeing it. You're noticing the fluctuations in energy and vibration outside of you through people, through situations, through experiences. But like, there's a part that doesn't really want to accept that that's a reflection of my energy. And sometimes it's not so much a reflection of the energetics of your energy, but through wounds, through trauma, once we heal a wound and trauma, there's still debris left over and we still have to like clean it out. That's why there's layers to a wound, right? And when we heal on a soul level, the 3D takes a little bit more time. And reprogramming the ego takes a little bit more time. Raising your vibrational set point takes a little bit more time, and it takes consistency. You know, that's one big thing with this energy is like consistency. But there's so many ways that I could take this. And, you know, just to play with you guys, right? Because that's why I'm here. I'm here to connect with you guys. I love you all. I see you. I feel you. Thank you for being here with me. And there's so many different ways that I could go with this energy. So if you guys can respond and kind of tell me either what's been going on, or if you have a question, like hit me with a question so that I know how to direct the energy to best serve the people that are here, to connect with you guys. You know, I would really love to connect and play with you all for a little bit. When it comes to the distortions, you guys, as a twin flame, all of my people up here are twin flames. Sorry about it if you didn't know it, but there's a reason you resonate with my frequency, baby, and that's because you're family, and that's because you a twin flame, okay? So, like, distortions in the twin flame journey are a little bit different because you can fall into your twin's distortion with them. You can be holding the light, right? One of us is holding the light. One of us is balanced. One of us is neutral, while the other one dives into the shadow work, clears some shit out. But if we're not careful, if we don't check our ego, if we don't check our energy, if we don't have a routine and a consistency with feeling who we are, remembering who we are, connecting to your heart, connecting to higher self, if we don't have consistency in that, your twin may be cleaning out his closet, and for one, let me tell you something. You have to honor your twin for that because it's your fucking energy too. You know what I mean? And like to the conscious mind, knowing that like this beautiful soul is taking on your energy from past lives, from this life, and stepping into the darkness for you, helping you heal the layers for you, for each other, you know? I just like to invite compassion into that space because sometimes we get so caught up in what it looks like, we forget how much love really exists between us and our twin. Who you talking to, baby? Empathy, you talked about, hit the nail on the head for me today. My best friend broke up with her relationship and it got so heavy. Yeah. That's one thing Sandra and Alan have taught me. They activated this awareness within me where I was actually picking up on just how much we influence each other. And I'm glad you said that, Selma. I have something to add to that. Like, we're all connected, you guys. And some of us are soul family. We come from the same motherfucking source. We have a lot of the same energy, just looks different. And like, when it comes to the people that you're connected to, especially your twin, you guys, I remember that like there were some times, man, when I had to disconnect from mine and Danny's energy as one. And I had to get really present with just Brooke. Because we're exchanging information, we're exchanging energy. It's this constant flow, right? Constant give and take. Energy is always in motion, emotion, or exchanging emotion, thought forms, belief systems, energetic codes, light codes. We're always exchanging that. It never stops. So if someone's in a bit of a distortion energy, a friend, your twin especially, your parents, anybody that you're connected to, that's where, again, you have to use your tools. You have to check your energy. You have to check your ego, because it's hidden in plain sight and it will subtly sneak into your energy, and then you're feeling heavy, you're feeling drained, your energy feels off, you don't feel like yourself, you don't feel like you can communicate, you have amplified emotion for no reason, your capacity to see things from a higher perspective is very tunnel visioned. And like, that's how strong our connection is, where when someone is going through a heavier energy, we can get sucked into that energy with them. But that's the trap, right? And the ego's trap. You know how I told you the ego likes to motherfucking hide? So the ego sees your beloved, your twin, your sacred partner for eternity in a distortion, in a lack of presence. Because when there is a distortion that you're experiencing, that you're flowing through, and the filter comes up, when you're in a distortion, baby, come on now. When you're in a distortion, there's a lot of distractions, right? But when your ego notices that your beloved, your best friend, whoever is in a distortion, or they're suffering, or they're dealing with some heavy energy, the ego says, I want to save them. How can I help? What can I do to make them feel better? And that's the fucking trap, you guys. It sounds like you're being a good person. It sounds like you're looking out for your friends. You're looking out for your twin. You're being there for them. But really, you're joining them in the chaos. And that's where the ego will get you. And that's one thing that I've noticed really big in the twin flame dynamic. In the twin flame dynamic, I've noticed that we go through this journey, through this period in our journey, where we have to remember that they are fucking sovereign, powerful, magnificent, immortal spiritual beings having a temporary human experience that they chose. Instead of looking at our twin as disempowered or in an illusion or struggling, suffering, right? We have to remember who they really fucking are on a core level, and that they don't need to be saved. They are protected by the Most High. They are protected by Source, which is them, right? But the ego comes in and it's like, oh, but I love them. I want to help them. And it turned that little I wanting to help turns into codependent behavior, not having boundaries with yourself and your energy, giving your power away, feeding the ego, and then boom, we're trapped and we're locked and we're looping in the distortion with them, right? And that doesn't serve anyone. Maybe you do go into the distortion with them and you transmute some of their energy. That's a disservice to them. They are a very powerful soul. So when you come in and you take some of their shit and fix it for them, what pressure do they have? What motivation do they have to change their certain circumstances or situations? Why change something if every time someone's going to come in and save you, right? And then we're the enabler, right? Sometimes that's the divine feminine. The divine feminine can be the enabler, right? And the divine masculine is more of the, I don't know the word, not narcissist, but like narcissistic in a way. Unconsciously, though. You know what I mean? Let me see what some of y'all said. Nice, Salma. Gina, it's been hard to decipher the mirror versus the inner child and ego. Yes, girl. Yes. I'm telling you, the ego can paint some pretty fucking pictures. The ego can tell such a beautiful story. And then trigger really beautiful emotions, and then boom, it traps you. It locks you in. It's taking your power. It's taking your life force energy. And in the meantime, killing. Just like, anyways, I won't go too far into that. But David, that's a big challenge that's happening there's a big challenge happening with the new moon, with Sun, Moon, Mars, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury. Yeah. In fact, an insecurity came up that now she'll get with my twin. It's been intense ego cleansing. Yeah, don't you? I'm telling you, the ego, man. So here's my two perspectives on the ego. Let me just share that with y'all. The ego is the ego reminds me of death culture because it takes everything that is pure and manipulates it into being something that it really isn't. Even with a pretty story, even something that's positive, it takes the presence out of the full feeling of the beautiful moments. It takes the presence out of the full feeling of the, more traumatic moments. And that's the thing. If you allow the ego to always create a story about your circumstances rather than just being present with what's in front of you, you'll continue to loop, There has to be a point of just balancing it out and moving into neutrality and letting it go. David, what do you know about Mercury and Scorpio? Just wondering if you know anything. Out the window. Yeah, Salma. For sure. Ego's a great fucking storyteller. So where do we want to go with this, Spirit? Thanks, Gina. My Mercury is in Scorpio. I know everything. Ooh. Should have brought you onto the live stream, David. Shit. I be trying to figure out the astrology, but it's so it's an art. Astrology is a fucking art, I can't wait to learn how to fucking do astrology. Master detective. Mercury in Scorpio is a master detective. Yeah. It's your birthday today, David? Holy crap. I had no idea. It's one of my other friends' birthdays today. That's awesome. Happy birthday, love. So, how do you identify the ego if you can't even see it? How do you maintain your frequency and your balance and your neutrality if you don't know what's throwing your balance off? How do you stay in your heart without letting the ego come in and tell a pretty story or a really shitty story and control you? How do you do that? Yep, David, yep. We see through bullshit immediately, right? But that's the thing with this energy is like, I have really heightened awareness. And at the same time, there are always going to be parts of me that are awakened. They go through an awakening process, an ascension process, right? An uncovering, a discovering process. I don't know, man. Glass under the deepest. Remembering I'm awareness even if the ego is spinning wild stories. So let me tell y'all a trick to this energy because it's very like behind the scenes, hidden influence, hidden amplification, hidden triggers, hidden distortions. It's very hidden energy. And the thing is like sometimes you still feel okay, right? Because a lot of us have raised our vibrational set point, so like we still feel okay. But there's just something off. there's a lack of excitement, a lack of like flow, and just we can feel that something's off, you know? And like with the energy the way that it is, the number one thing right now, so we live in a reality of duality, which means sometimes it's an internal journey, sometimes it's an external journey. And when you can find the balance in it being both, that's mastery, right? So with this energy and it being such a like a hidden energy, sometimes we can't necessarily just meditate and see things differently because of the influence of the hidden, right? The mysterious, the darkness. Sometimes we don't have quite enough light, especially when our energy is off, right? We don't have quite enough light to shine into the darkness. We can see that something's off with our little flashlight of light. We can see that one spot that's like, something's off. I see my shadow, but I'm not quite sure how to understand it because the light isn't big enough, right? And like, sometimes when we go internal, especially when there's just a lot of energy around you and connected to you, we have to begin to harness our journey in 3D. That's the whole fucking point, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, y'all might be traveling in the astral realms at night or whenever you want to, but you still wind up here, don't you? You still wind up in the 3D. Still wind up in this body. So, like, while it is an internal journey, it's an external journey as well, and you have to master the duality to step into neutrality. Empress of duality equals master of neutrality. You have to know both. You have to be able to recognize both, right? Light, dark, good, bad, internal, external. It's both. So, like, with this hidden energy, why going within may be very difficult right now? For one, because of the fucking energy, right? But two, because it's an opportunity to really anchor in and ground in all of the energy that is within you, all of the energy that you've been modifying, manipulating, manifesting, anchoring in, calling in, like all of those different things that are inside of you. They don't make a fuck if you don't bring them on the outside. You know what I mean? Like divine masculine energy straight up. You can shift things within you all along, but if you don't anchor it into the 3D, it's like a boat that you took the anchor and you just sat it. You sat the anchor on the pier, but you didn't tie it up. So yeah, it's there. The boat's there, right? But where? It gets lost in the abyss, especially when you only have a flashlight of light to look into the abyss. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So like at this point in time, with the way the energy is and that scorpionic influence and Mercury in retrograde, hidden aspects, y'all. It's hidden, okay? Hidden in plain sight. The internal journey might not serve you as much right now. You might really have to step into divine masculine energy, right? And that's a good sign. If you've done all this work internally and then you're being called to figure out how to anchor it in the 3D, baby, you're balancing divine masculine, divine feminine energy. You're neutralizing the energy. You're bringing the feminine and masculine energy into union, right? So with this energy, it's not about the internal as much as it is using your tools, you guys. And if you don't have a consistency in tools, if you don't have a consistency of awakened people around you, awakened souls around you, it's very, very hard not to get pulled into the collective experience, not to get pulled into your twins experience, not to get pulled into the people you're connected to on a lower vibrational level, not to get pulled into that shit. Because we can have stuff within us, but until we bring it to the light, it's just like that boat like floating in the water. It really has no foundation or no potency. You know what I mean? And using your tools to anchor the energy in, using your tools to remind yourself who you are. And like, if you don't have the tools, like that's what Danny and I do. And it's changed my life. you guys. And I know some of you are very like feminine energies. You like to retreat. You like to go within. You like to get out of the chaos and just be secluded. But how do you really know how to master something if every time it comes up, you run and you isolate your energy? Because a master, no matter what's happening around them, they're good. They can hold their sovereignty. They don't let other energies come in and influence them or penetrate their space. So using your divine masculine energy right now is going to be very helpful for you. Throat chakra, communicating things, speaking things into existence, commanding motherfucking energies that aren't yours out of your space so that you can fucking see, right? People that you're connected to. Let's say mom's feeling shitty about work, goes into you. Dad's feeling shitty about his son being far away, that goes into you. Grandma's worried about grandpa, that goes into you. Best friend's worried about her boyfriend, that comes to you. Other friends worried about her cat, that comes to you. And then you're surrounded by this fucking vortex of darkness, and all you got is a flashlight. What you gonna do? That's when you say, okay, it's time to step into my divine masculine energy. It's time to shift some shit. It's time to use my sword to cut these energetic attachments. Any attachment is not good, okay? Because if it's an attachment and you let it be, it's going to turn into codependency and it's going to steal your energy. Attachments, no. But stepping into your divine masculine energy and fucking calling shit out, acknowledging the ego, looking into the mirror and like just having a conversation with yourself, acknowledging the ego's fears, calling your ego out. It is not you, right? But the ego likes to trigger emotions and thought forms that make you feel like it is you, so it can hide. But the more that you identify negative thought forms coming in, the more that you identify the negative or unserving energy fluctuations coming in, the more you realize your emotional state is controlling you, right? The more you can realize those things, have acknowledgement of those things, and then command energies in and out, speak things into existence. Your throat chakra is good for two things: commanding energy in, commanding energy out through spoken word. And it's very powerful, right? We have this beautiful birthright that is our command mechanism, right? Like if some of y'all read the Bible, what does it say? Like he spoke everything into existence. That tells you your power of speaking, right? Not to mention, it really strengthens your solar plexus, which is your willpower, which is your sovereignty, So let me see. Thanks, David. I had to share a post from my spiritual teacher today. Be aware of this. Hi, Cereal. I think that says Cereal. What up? That's why these challenges come to strengthen and expand our ability to be present. Not comfortable. Yes. Let me tell y'all a little bit more about divine masculine energy. I feel like we don't talk about divine masculine energy enough. And considering I'm a divine masculine, I feel like I have a very essential piece of, awareness over the divine masculine. But like, I want to hear from you guys. Like, what is your interpretation of divine masculine energy? Sacred masculine energy. What does it look like in the 3D? Curious, just to see what y'all say. I'll look at the feminine. I look at the feminine energy as the one with like this badass warrior with a shield. And then I'll look at the divine masculine energy as the one with the sword, right? And then when they meet in the middle, you have your protection and you have cutting cords, like cutting shit out, movement, making shit happen. So when you're balanced, you have your shield and your sword, right? Oh, hey Brittany, what's up, love? Hope you're doing well too. Brooke, do you have a bad attention span? I don't know. Sometimes. It's funny you say that because I was actually just about to talk about that. But that's why I want to hear y'all's responses first with the divine masculine energy. And action in pushing forward. Hard time with masculine energy. I actually felt an energy come in. I feel like a lot of you guys, now that y'all are connecting, I can feel y'all's energy, and I feel like for a lot of us, there are some of you that are kind of like floaty, not so much grounded, which is masculine energy. There are some of you where your mental body, like I can feel like this sharp pain in my head. For some of you, like your mental body, you need to do some thought inventory. Okay, that's a tool, you guys. Thought inventory is a tool. And what thought inventory is like cleaning out your mind space, cleaning out your mental space, whatever is, you know what I mean? Like whatever is going on that's taking up so much of your focus, right? Or for a lot of you, I feel like the floaty energy and this energy is together, where it's like feeling a little floaty, feeling a little scattered, and like there's so much going on around you that you are focusing in this place. You're focusing here, focusing here, focusing here, focusing here, because you have to. That's how it feels to me. It feels like you have to have your attention in a lot of places. So when that happens, a good way to clear out your mental space, because the shit gets heavy, okay? Like you'll literally start to feel this capacity overload of your mental space in your physical body and your emotional state, right? But like when you feel like you have so much to pay attention to that you're just like exhausted throughout the day or exhausted at the end of the day, and you can't even think about doing spiritual work on yourself, energy work, right? Like a good tool to use to balance that energy out, right? Because it's very scattered. So a good way to balance that energy out is to embody your divine masculine energy and create a space for yourself to focus on you, to focus on something that is fun, right? Something that is light, but just really making the ego, taming your ego, shutting the ego out, and just really being in flow and presence with your attention, with your focus, because your intention, right, is how we create. We set intentions. You have your intention, and then you have intention. Excuse me. You have your intention, and then you have your attention to your intention, which is your point of focus, right? So really creating space and time for yourself to have specific point of focus, a specific point of attention, and just like letting all the shit go, letting it all go, letting all of the stories go, letting the personality of who you are at work, who you are with the friends, I'm a twin flame, letting all of that go, because it is limited to your truth. It is limited to your presence, right? And if you can fine tune your energy in this energy to be focused, to be present, to be embracing and interacting with the world, interacting with self on a physical level, right? It really balances the energy out so you don't have to suffer for so long. Not sure of the difference. So, Selma, I like to look at the feminine energy as like the 5D and the masculine energy as like the 3D. The feminine energy is like the spiritual, energetic, the inner energy, inner self, right? And the masculine energy works with the feminine energy to take that inner self and put it into the 3D, right? So the masculine is the proactive energy, the action oriented energy, right? 3D, 5D, positive, negative. Oh, Danny said that in the chat. I've been told I need to dance and move my body. That's masculine energy. There you go. I didn't come with like a, y'all, I got so many tools for harnessing masculine energy, but I just kind of wanted to get up here and like flow with you guys tonight. Like I didn't really want expectation. I just wanted to see where it would go and connect with you guys and flow with you guys. Figaro, what are you clicking over here? I don't even know how to get back. Okay. Just kidding. But like, yes, dancing, singing, spoken word, communicating, speaking things out into existence, walks, runs, touching your body. Oh my God, touching your body, pleasuring your body. Like, that's all masculine energy. And like, you can continue to expand your consciousness, but if you do not anchor it into your masculine energy, you're gonna lose it. It's gonna get lost in the infinite ocean. It's just gonna be that little bitty boat floating in infinity if you don't anchor it through your masculine energy. Like, you ever noticed you get these boom crazy downloads, crazy insights, these drop-ins, you're seeing things very clearly, you have this heightened awareness, and then it's like boom, you're back to where you started. But you're like, am I looping? Like, what the fuck's going on? And it's the lack of grounding it into 3D. Like, we have to embody it, you guys, you know. So, Red Bull at 10:24 at night. Thanks, Nick, for the donation. I appreciate it. So, what are other ways to anchor masculine energy? Feels like a part of it, taking care of the physical body. So a few more tools with the masculine energy is writing. Woo, 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 woo. And I don't mean on the computer. No. Not on the computer. A piece of paper and a pen. A piece of paper and a pencil. And physically writing with your hand. Like, that's a really good way for one. Oh my God, it's a really good way to do thought inventory, to clear out your mental space, to clear out your energy, writing things down. But like, that's one of the most powerful tools you can use, is just writing on a piece of paper. And like, you know, without some kind of guidance from someone that's experienced what it's like to balance your feminine masculine energy, you know, a mentor or something, without having someone that's been there, done that, it is a longer journey to figuring out the tools. So that's why another tool that is so beneficial with this energy is like the people that you are connected to. The people that you are connected to, you just think about this. Think about when you had all those friends that just like, I don't know, I feel like all of us have had that span where like our friends just get drunk, get high, fuck around, don't give a shit about life, do whatever they want, fuck each other's friends, fuck each other's boyfriends, that kind of thing, right? And think about how your life was then. And now think about how it feels to have people that are awakened, that are ascended, that understand the reality that we're in, that understand energy work, and like the difference in who you are in your life and difference in how you see your life just through being connected to these people, right? And you know, if you are on a twin flame journey, like the best thing I ever did was get twin flames in union as my mentors, because they've been there, they've done that. They know how it works. They know how to use the energy. They know how to harness the energy. They know how to shift the energy, right? They have keys and codes and wisdom from the journey that they've been on, specifically for me, for Danny, for the people that they're connected to, right? And like, if you are a twin flame on this journey, or if, you know, you're just an awakened soul, it's essential, you guys. It's essential that you have people on your side to guide you, because some distortions we cannot see without a pure mirror, someone that we trust. There are things within you, there are things within us that you will not be willing to step into without some kind of security. Your ego is going to take the show every single time. But if you have tools to harness to tame your ego, if you have people in your life to remind you who the fuck you are and that you are always safe, you know what I mean? Then you get to journey so much deeper. You get to transform so much faster. You get to create shifts so much faster. So like, I invite you guys, like, if you don't have some kind of a mentor, and if you're a twin flame, I would definitely recommend twin flames in union, like for real twin flames in union, because they have the keys and the codes and they've been on the path that's going to serve you. That's why some of the things that Danny and I went through, we went through those things not just for ourselves, but for other aspects of ourself, you know, to be able to guide, to be able to be that light at times, to be able to be that mirror, you know. And if you don't have that in your life, if you don't have people that are conscious and aware, that are present, that are awakened, that are always shifting into better and better versions of themselves, if you don't have that around you, I'm almost willing to say right now that it is impossible. It's impossible to create that shift. You know what I mean? Your inner world reflects your outer world, and your outer world reflects your inner world. And if that's not a part of your outer world, it's not a part of your inner world. You know what I mean? And if you're a twin flame and you know that you're a twin flame, or if you resonate with twin flames, but you can't exactly identify with the label, work with these people. They literally incarnated to be able to serve. So like, we really have to seize the opportunities and the tools that are before us. What in the world? Why in the world are y'all talking about peeing standing up? Hi, Elizabeth. What's up, love? I need to go to bed. Good night, David. I love you. Thanks for hanging out, Brittany. So, what do I want to do? Before I go, if any of you guys would like a card pull or something, or if you have a question about the twin flame journey, or just however I can serve you, what's on your hearts, you know? Figaro. Where is... Figaro, are you laying on top of the deck that I'm looking for? It wouldn't surprise me. Hi, baby. Are you laying? Are you laying on that mommy looking for? Oh no, you're not. No, where is it? Dude. Oh. Okay, I got it. Ooh, I want one, babe. I would not be where I am, you guys, without the people that are in my life. There's no fucking way. There's no way I would be where I am without my tribe, without my soul family. There's so much I've learned through our connection, you know? There's so many parts of myself that I've been able to see through them. What are you doing? What? Want to say hey? It's so pretty. Look at that baby. So beautiful. Hey, hey. Ow! Okay, you gotta move. Wow. Sits right in the middle. Got it. But if anyone, and no one wants to call or listen, I'm about to bounce. It was fun hanging out with you guys. I love you all. I'm glad that I could show up and connect with you all for a little bit. Hopefully remind you who you are. Bring you into presence. Drop some love bombs on you guys. Yeah, me too, Salma. I'm so thankful for YouTube. Like, I literally met my twin flame through YouTube from across the world. You know what I mean? Like, in older times, older days, like that wouldn't have even been a possibility, you know? That's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna do some signs readings, zodiac sign readings this week. Because I just want to. All my friends been talking about shit. I don't know, like, get in some energy and see what's up. I know, right? Jessica, I found Jessica through YouTube. Found Sandra Allen, Lee and Sherry, Megan Dove. I found all my family on YouTube. Okay. For real though. I did find one of my soul tribes members. I did find one of them in the 3D in Canada. Oops. Do cancers first. Did you hear the cat when I said that? What, baby? Huh? What's wrong with the cancers? Oh, really? But why? Mommy's a Cancer. Daddy's a Cancer too. I met all of you beautiful people, my soul family on YouTube. She's just clearing her throat chakra, embodying her masculine energy. Ain't that right, baby? Anyways. What in the world? Okay, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Baby, let's go see Daddy. Right, Salma. Yes, I know. Right? She's funny. Her sit with mommy the whole time. She acts like she likes to act like I'm aggravating her, but she loves it. Don't you big man. I love you. I swear that's love, y'all. It kind of sounds a little disturbed. I swear it's love. All right, anyways. I'm about to get off of here, you guys. I'm so glad I got to hang out with y'all. Thank y'all for always showing up for me. Thank you for showing up for yourselves and always showing up for me. I love you guys. Thank you for being in my life. Sending so much love your way, closing this container in sacred space and sending all the energy back to where it came from, declaring she's protecting me, y'all. Must be some energy up in here. Declaring our sovereignty upon ourselves. And I love you guys. I have y'all some zodiac readings out soon. Y'all ain't ready though. Are y'all ready? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I love y'all. Hope y'all have a good night.